The Serbian government signed a $1.6 billion arms deal with Elbit Systems. They are buying drones, long-range rockets, weapons from a regime that is murdering a classroom of children every single day! The Serbian police and the state intelligence are using advanced phone spyware technology as well as other Israeli products to illegally target Serbian journalists, Serbian environmental activists, and yes, Serbian students. And while I'm so inspired by your student rebellion against corruption, I'm disgusted how during the same time period, your government has been deepening its ties with the Zionist regime. A regime that is committing genocide and that is attacking Muslims and Christians, that is bombing churches and mosques and hospitals and schools and assassinating more than 270 journalists, not to mention foreigners. Did you know that Israel killed at least 35 foreign nationals inside Gaza in the last 2 years? At least 224 foreign aid workers. Here in Belgrade, citizens and students have been gathering in front of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in solidarity with Ognjan Markovic, a member of the Gaza Samud flotilla who, as you know, was abducted a few days ago and is currently detained by Israeli occupation forces. So again, I want to thank you, the Serbian people, who are conscious, who are awake, who understand what the stakes are. I want to thank you for showing us how to fight injustice, how to be creative, how to have conviction. And even if the mainstream media in Europe and the US ignored your movement and your sacrifice, we, the people, are watching, learning, and we are with you. We are fighting one monster. One arm is here in Serbia, stealing your rights, feeding corruption, leaving 16 people killed in Novi Sad, and another arm in Palestine, murdering 16 children every day. It is the same beast. Your struggle is our struggle. And as you rise against injustice here, please keep space in your heart, in your fight, for its most violent face in Gaza. Today, Palestine is not just a struggle for land, it is the mirror that is held up to humanity. It exposes what is broken in our own homes, in our democracies, and in our fragile so-called liberal freedoms. The last year, deeply inspired by your student protests against corruption and your demand for accountability and justice here in Serbia. And I'm so proud to be here today to show my support to every single Serbian who has sacrificed something to make their voice heard and fight the system that oppresses us all. Today I am here to learn from you, as a journalist, as a Palestinian, as a human being who, like all of you, believes in a future free of corruption, free of occupation, free of apartheid, and free of colonization. I am also here to remind you of something, that we are connected across the borders and barriers that separates us. To remind you that your government's state-owned weapons manufacturer is still sending millions of dollars of weapons to Israel. And those weapons are being used to murder civilians. People like you, people like us in Gaza and the West Bank. In fact, it's not just Gaza and the West Bank, is it? Israel has bombed, just in the last year, 7 different countries. Just like Obama who bombed Iraq, Syria, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Libya, Yemen, and Somalia when he was president. We see the pictures and the videos every day of Palestinian children torn apart, burned alive in their tents. We see the detonation of entire neighborhoods. We see the erasure of entire families. And that is why we're here, because the Serbian government is still sending more ammunition to Israel in the first half of 2025 than they did in all of 2024. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because I'm new in Serbia. Is this your priority here in Serbia? Is this how you want to spend your government's money? To send weapons to murder innocent civilians? In 2024, 6 Israeli military flights flew from Belgrade to Beersheba. Those flights were filled with weapons that are being used to slaughter entire families. Families like your family, friends like your friends, grandparents like your grandparents, and babies like your babies. Of course, we know that this nightmare didn't start on October 7th, did it? It's the century-old crush of settler colonialism occupation masquerading as security and self-defense, cemented by apartheid, which segregates, humiliates, and kills. Israel has murdered more than 25,000 children, thousands of babies and toddlers under the age of 3.
Israel! Terrorist! Israel! Terrorist! Israel! Terrorist!
The systems of oppression that abuse us and put profit over the safety of people is a global system. You don't need me to tell you that. So if you are fighting that system here, you must know that the ugliest version of this system is on full display every single day in Gaza. And if we are to dream of a future in Serbia that's free of corruption, let's dream together. And when we dream, we must learn from our past mistakes. Friends, we live in a globalized world, even if it is a divided and polarized world. Why is the war criminal Netanyahu thanking your president for Serbia's support of Israel and for the deep friendship between the people? It's all connected, my friends. I'm here to tell you that we, not you, cannot fight corruption here in Serbia while sending weapons and supporting the ugliest form of corruption in the world: colonization, ethnic cleansing, and genocide. Our Francesca Albanese tells us, she, like you, teaches us. She teaches us laws that were meant to prevent fascism from ever returning, to prevent genocide from ever happening again, are being treated with contempt, with attacks, and so we are facing a reckoning. She says the reckoning is not just about Palestine, it is about us, about whether we still have the courage to defend the most basic fundamental rights that we once claimed were universal: the right to think freely, the right to speak freely. You don't need me to tell you a third time that we are stronger together. Because what tyrants, what dictators, what fascists, what authoritarians, what war criminals like Netanyahu, what they fear most is not my voice or your voice, but the anger, the rage, and the pain that is in all of our veins. It is when we connect, when we fight side by side in rain or snow, that we become stronger than any regime. And they know this. We are stronger than any system that tries to oppress us. So I am here today to remind you, as a Palestinian whose heart is shattered, but whose conviction is stronger than ever. From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Now from the sea to the river!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Palestine will live forever!
Free Serbia of corruption, free your mind, free Palestine. Thank you very much.